chapter 23 of the Gospel of Matthew is about the hard preaching of Jesus. If someone doesn't like to hear about hard preaching, you don't read this chapter. You don't want to know the other side of Jesus. Is that him who seems to always be so kind and so kind and so gentle, but he is actually invectivating the Pharisees, the scribes, and in fact all the leaders who pretend to know God and to teach God to others. Blind guides, hypocrites. I explained yesterday the whole context of this gospel and the word hypocrisy here, and I want to insist today on the last part of Jesus' message this morning. He says to us, cleanse first the inside of the cup so that the outside may be clean. Christianity is not a religion of appearance. It's not, I do this, I want to appear to the people. It's not about what people, what you want, how you want just to look to people, but it's how God sees you and how you appear before God. Because you know very well when you're coming to church, where you are going to prayer, you know very well how your heart is. And what the guy is asking us here, he says, do your heart check. In other words, go and do the heart check. You take your heart, and the proper way for us to do this is frequently going to confession. I think that's a beautiful moment every time a Christian goes there. You check your hearts. Is my heart clean? Why the hearts? Because this is the place where Jesus wants the Holy Spirit to remain and to stay, to guide, to lead. And most of the time, we do a lot of rituals in the church. We do a lot of stuff, nice things, of course, worshiping even externally and so beautifully. But sometimes our heart is filled with grudges, resentments, and a refusal even to forgive. And we can go for years having such a heart. Sometimes, remember, our heads might even be filled with so bad thoughts. But we're sitting before Him. No, this is not what He wants us to be. This is not who He wants us to be. Our appearance to the people does not matter to Him. But what our appearance from the inside, because He sees us from within. And the true power of a Christian is from within. That because from within you are filled with charity. You are filled with generosity. You are filled with kindness. You are filled with love. When you are filled with peace, you also actually portray that peace to the people. And the disposition of your hearts always help you to be that kind of person, a positive person, And that's what He wants us to do. And every day should be a checklist, a checking of our hearts, so that we may be disposed to Him. We should not become a religion of rituals, and we are going to see it again on Sunday. On Sunday is talking about what is the true religion. And today we as a staff, we're going to get a bit out of our parish. Not to be those people who are just doing things. The things you see, beautiful things, you see the nice bulletin, you see us appearing to you. No, we are going to go aside and to examine ourselves, each of us individually, to examine our hearts. Because, yes, we spend more time serving the people, serving, doing this and doing that. But we're taking time after this Mass to go away and to do that checking of our own hearts and doing this inside cleansing of ourselves so that we're not just appearing. We're not the people who are just showing the way. That's the way, go. We need to be on the lead. So, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters, each and every one of us needs to do this examination every day, especially before we sleep. This is one of the exercises we do in the seminary. Beside the Lectio Divina, we also call that the conscience examen. That's why we don't do the confitio only at Mass. I would like to tell you, we don't just do the confitio at Mass. Oh, I confess, it's not only at Mass. We can do the confitio every at every moment of our lives, at every moment of the day, especially before we sleep. And to get back to let the Lord know, yes, throughout the day, I have sinned against my brothers, I have sinned against myself, and I have sinned against you. In the former formula, it gives you, especially in the Latin formula, it gives you how we have sinned. We sinned against the angels and the saints according to their ranking. Archangel Michael, Blessed John the Baptist, and it gives you then how we have sinned. That when you even want to check the former formula of the Confitio. So, my dear friends, this morning, let's check our hearts, let's check our inside, let's check our thoughts. And that's the most important thing. This means, without neglecting the rest, our Christianity, our discipleship will be more meaningful, not only to ourselves, but to others as well. This is, I think, through a spirit of prayer as well. That spirit of prayer that Saint Monica is teaching us today. A woman filled with courage and a woman of prayer.